So you've got this acrobat, this guy, this girl, he's standing right here, and he's getting ready to walk across this high wire right here. And let's see. So we have a little bit of information. So he's up top. Let's see. The platform that is 25 feet above the ground. So from here to here, that's your 25 feet. And what else do we know? This acrobat is 5 feet 6 inches tall. So we're talking about this acrobat up here is 5 feet 6 inches tall. Now I don't want to use two different types of units. I mean, we've got feet here, we got inches here. Hopefully you know that conversion, because there's 12 inches for every 1 foot. So hopefully you can say, well, 6 inches, that's gonna be a half a foot. So I'm just gonna write that as 5.5 feet. Please don't use multiple units in one problem. It's gonna mess up your answer. 25 feet up. This acrobat's 5.5 feet tall, 5.5 feet tall. What else do we know? How far is the audience member from the base of the platform? They're basically saying this. There's your audience member right here. How far is this audience member from the base of the platform? The base of the platform, also known as the bottom of the platform. So we're trying to find X. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Let me go over that. You're trying to find X. You're trying to find this horizontal distance. How far is the audience member from the base of the platform? If the angle of elevation from the audience member to the acrobat is 27 degrees. Now, obviously, we are looking up at the acrobat. Oh my gosh, he's about to walk across the wire. Oh my gosh, he might fall to his death. Oh no, we're watching him. That's what I would say at the circus if I was watching a high wire act. That is a 27-degree angle. We can assume that this is a right angle here because hopefully the platform is built perpendicular to the ground. It's straight up and down. It's not, slanted this way or slanted that way. So right angle. Hopefully you can see your right triangle. This is, after all, the right triangles chapter. So here we go. Let's do a little SOHCAHTOA, everybody. Right triangle. Let me go ahead and write this down. SOHCAHTOA. Hopefully you see your right triangle that I'm looking at as well. It's right here. So we're trying to find X. Hopefully you can see it. This side is not 25 feet long. It's not 5.5 feet. You need to take this distance from here to here and add that 5.5 feet. So do some mental math. Hopefully you don't need to punch this in the calculator. That total distance is going to be 30.5 feet. That's from the ground all the way up to the top of this acrobat's head. So that's the other side. If you need to draw this triangle outside because there's too much going on, 30.5 feet. Here's your X. There's your 27 degrees. Let me move this up. Just solve for X. Okay, the question is it sine, is it cosine, or is it tangent? Hopefully you remember this from this past week. Here's your angle. Hypotenuse, I always start with the hypotenuse first. There's your H. All right, opposite adjacent. What do I do first? Oh, you better guess opposite because that's the easiest one. Go opposite of your angle. Right there. There's your O, which means that last side has to be your A. All right, SOHCAHTOA. We are working with the adjacent and opposite. Adjacent and opposite, which one is it? Adjacent and opposite, it's not cosine. It's not sine because we don't have a hypotenuse. It must be tangent. Here we go. See if you remember how to write this. The tangent of 27 degrees equals SOHCAHTOA, TOA, opposite over adjacent. So the opposite is 30.5. The adjacent is X. Now just solve. That's all you gotta do. Hopefully you remember doing these problems. I'm gonna get my calculator ready in just a second, but I gotta get the X by itself. Multiply by X on both sides. X times the tangent of 27 degrees equals 30.5. Get the X by itself. Divide by the tangent of 27. X equals. All right. I'm gonna punch this out two different ways. Just to make sure that we all know how to punch it out in the calculator. So on my calculator, I really hope you can see this. Let's do 30.5 divided by the tangent of 27, hit equals. Okay, I'm looking at, 59.9 feet. You could say 60 feet. Come on, we're practically at 60 feet. Let's see if we get the exact same answer the other way. So, here's a good calculator. I'm gonna punch it out one of two ways. If you need to fast forward to the next example, do that. Divided by the tangent of 27 is practically the exact same thing. Yeah, we get the same thing. All right, iPhone time. Maybe you don't have a scientific calculator. Maybe you haven't gotten one yet. So, see if we get this answer. So what do I need to punch out? I need to punch out, I don't like doing this. 30.5 divided by the tangent of 27. Now I gotta do 27 and then hit tan. So that's the tangent of 27. That is not your answer. Hit equals. Okay, I hit equals one too many times. 30.5 divided by 27. The tangent of 27 equals. There it is. What's up, Levi? So you get the same answer. So that horizontal distance from here to here is about 60 feet. There's your first example. Folks, hang in there. I got one more. Here's example 2. Let me center this. EX2. Let's do an angle of depression, then we're gonna call it a day. Maria is at the top of a cliff. Actually, let's turn that into a comma, I think. Yeah, we'll do that. Maria's at the top of a cliff and sees a dolphin in the water below. So it's one of these situations where we got someone up top, they're looking down at a dolphin or a car, but she's on a cliff and sees a dolphin in the water below. If the cliff is 40 feet above the water, and the angle of depression is 52 degrees, what is the horizontal distance from the dolphin to the cliff to the nearest foot? F-O-O-T, nearest foot. Maria's at the top of a cliff, sees a dolphin in the water. If the cliff is 40 feet above the water and the angle of depression is 52 degrees, what is the horizontal distance from the dolphin to the cliff to the nearest foot? Picture time, here we go. Draw yourself a cliff. Put Maria up here. She's sightseeing. She's checking out the water. There's water down here. I'm an artist. If I wasn't a math teacher, I'd be an art teacher. No, just kidding. Draw your dolphin, please. That's my dolphin. Beep. Do dolphins have gills? I don't know. That's my dolphin. That's the best dolphin I could come up with. We're gonna put a capital D right there. Dolphin. There it is. There it is. We are looking down at this dolphin. Okay, 40 feet above the water. So, there we are. 40 feet above the water. Now, this is kind of similar to the last problem, because the last problem, we had to take into consideration the height of the acrobat. So you had to add that to the height of the platform, giving you 30.5 feet. Sometimes you do that, sometimes you don't do that. Notice how they don't give you the height of the person, Maria, up here. So I guess it's assumed, it's safe to say that we need to assume that this distance right here, this is the horizontal distance. You could say that it's from here to here. You know, there's your angle depression. You could say that's your horizontal. You know, or you can go from her eyes, but we're not gonna take her height into consideration. 40 feet, go ahead and get the angle depression. Actually, no, let's hold off on that. We need to find the horizontal distance from the dolphin to the cliff, which once again, we need to find this distance, right angle right there. Now, don't do this, don't, you're gonna want to. You're gonna wanna put 52 degrees right there, and that's game over. That's not an angle of depression. Talked about that a few minutes ago. Angle depression is right here, not that one. Always starts from the horizon and drops down. So this angle right here, that's 52. That's 52 degrees. But notice that this angle is not inside your right triangle. I mean, I have 40 feet here. I have this X right here that we need to solve, right angle. Question is, how do we find this angle right here? Well, think about it. It's not 52 degrees. It can't be 52 degrees. If that cliff is built at a right angle right here, then it's also safe to assume that that's a right angle. So let's do 52 degrees subtracted from 90 degrees to get this inside angle of the triangle. That should be 38 degrees. That's the angle you're gonna work with. This is the angle you're gonna work with, not this one. This is an outside angle, an angle of depression. Use that one right there. All right, let's find X. SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. Last problem, we use the tangent. Maybe we'll use the sine this time. Maybe the cosine. Maybe the tangent. I'm gonna give you just a few seconds to get started with this. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and then I'm gonna jump right in. See if you can do this by yourself. I'm gonna go hang out with my kid. All right, you got the answer. I know you got the answer. I know you got it. Let's see, this is the hypotenuse. That is the opposite side. There's your adjacent side. We are working with the opposite and adjacent. TOA. How about the tangent of 38 degrees equals the opposite over the adjacent. Get the X by itself, multiply by 40 on both sides. Hopefully I'm doing this right. If I screwed up, then feel free to send me a message. And I don't know what I'll... Levi, what are you doing? Multiply by 40 on both sides. X equals 40 times the tangent of 38. Punch that out. I'm gonna use my phone or scientific calculator. I hope you get the same thing I get. Tangent of 38. Oh, I hate this phone. That's the tangent of 38. Punch it out. It's a decimal. And then multiply it times 40 equals... X equals 31.3 feet. Nice job. Circle that as the answer. And if you gave that as the answer on a quiz or a test, I'd take a half point off. Shame on you. Read the directions. What do the directions say? As I clear my throat. To the nearest foot. Make sure you read the directions. So 31.3 feet? I don't think so. It's 31 feet. Round to the nearest foot. That's it, folks. Congratulations, you got through a Mr. Kosal lesson. The homework is going to be page 583, 4 through 7. Oh, shoot, now I got to check.
Here,
4
through 7, 13 through 17, and 32 to 38.
38. I want everybody to know that while you guys are doing this lesson today, I'm going to be grading some quizzes that you took last Friday, the 8-1 to 8-3 quiz. Wow, 8-3 quiz. I'm going to get them graded. I know I can't show you what the grades are. I mean, I can't pass back the quizzes because you aren't here, but I will put them into Harmony, which will impact your grades. Just be looking out for that in the next couple of days. But folks, keep tuning in. I'm gonna put another video online on Canvas on Wednesday, and I'm gonna keep going. So stay with me, be productive, do your homework, and keep eating that vitamin C. So I'll see you all Wednesday. Take care.